everyone. Hi, everyone. Hopefully everybody's doing good today. Again, I'm that typical not organized stuff again. Okay, so 2023, 20 minutes. Today is what the 0621. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing good today. I already said that, didn't I? Anyway. So just waiting on some people to come in. I know I forgot to broadcast today. So we're doing a few things, a little differently. We now have a sale on for this month for $5 off any of our reads till the end of the month. If you guys are interested, just contact us. I'm also planning on going, I guess you can call it kind of on tour, perhaps doing some readings or mediumship readings at certain locations, see how that goes. If it goes well, then I'll just expand that. And I'm also, going to be starting. I haven't been feeling well in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, so that's why you haven't seen me very active. The last week's was canceled yet, but I'm feeling better now. So I think that I can go back to what I was doing before and get back on the groove, I guess, if you want to call it that. So, hi, Donna. Donna Day. So the way this works for anybody that is new, what I ask you to do is, tell me what type of reading you want. Is it like a general reading or something specific? This is a past family member. Let me know what relationship they are to you. I don't need names or any kind of identification. I just need how they're related to you. Simply because I don't want to be, telling you something from somebody that you weren't even interested in talking to. It just makes things, because it's only 5-minute reads, makes things go a lot faster. You get the messages you want. And we can move on. Okay, so Danny Bergin, I don't answer those type of questions. Sorry, it's just I don't deal with either people passing away or not. It's not something that I deal with. Okay, so let's get going here. Let's go from the top again. Okay, Lizzie McLeod. AC. Oh, 438. All right. So, your brother. Dirty glasses. So, the one thing I'm kind of feeling is there's a male around you that's looking at you and saying, first of all, that he's doing good, but there's also seems to be something about decisions to be made coming up shortly, which is going to involve another person with you, another male. So I don't know if your relationship or somebody's around you, but there's something that I'm hearing from him is that, don't be pushed into these decisions, because, it's almost like you're losing control of what you want by other people kind of forcing you to do what you don't want. So the kind of message is, before you make any decisions, just take time on your own. Just go away from these people. Don't when you're trying to make a decision, don't allow them around you, just so you can have clarity. So I see this guy kind of running around the house, and he's, I don't know if you have little, what do you call them, pricks or lightning strikes on your toes. And the reason I'm asking for that is because I see him like sitting beside you, like tickling your feet, the bottom of your feet. And it just seems somebody who's very happy right now, and certainly whatever you pass from is long gone. But he just seems to be wanting to enjoy life and sit there and help people go on. He's also saying that, to kind of get rid of the kind of negativity that you have inside of you, or perhaps call it depression or whatever, like you're not knowing what to do in life. Go back to your creativity and do it without somebody's help. Just find something you want to do and just do it regardless of the people that are around you. He says that way you'll give yourself a goal outside of work, and it'll be something you can work forward to, and then you'll feel a lot better because in your mind you're accomplishing something instead of waiting on other people or being, quote, servants, quote, to other people. Find your own stuff. Other than that, I just see him, using his, flick on the back of your head, saying bye. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. I hope that made sense. So let's move on. So, hey Bernard, where are you? You're okay, so let's just let's just go. Cynthia. At 8:46. Okay, so I think I have a lady that's around you that's probably a grandmother, if not an aunt. Sometimes it takes me a while to determine who they are. Anyway, so the message I'm getting is that there's going to be a bit of a change coming up for you, either work-wise or direction-wise. And it's just a feeling I'm getting is that, expect perhaps a change in a job or a change in where you're living. Just a kind of a fairly big change that you're going to have to deal with, or perhaps maybe you don't like change. But she says in the end, it's all for the good. It's going to make you a lot happier. And I also see, a hand being, I don't know if you have a wedding ring, but I see a hand being pulled, put over the hand where the wedding ring is, and just kind of like pulling up the finger. So if you're married, it's probably them saying that, that's going to be good. And if you're not married, perhaps somebody's coming into your life to marry you. And she's also saying that you may have a ring from somebody who's passed. Maybe that's what she's indicating, is somebody who's passed and you have their ring. Yeah, that makes more sense. She's also saying that, you're going to be, bring back your spending. She keeps pointing at your shoes. I don't know why. Maybe you buy too many. Maybe they're expensive. And she just says, If the more you save now, the more you will have in the future, because uh, you're just going to need the money in the future. So like I always tell put $25 a month into an RSP or something, and it'll grow a long way down the road. Um, but you just once there's a lot of family members watching over you, and you're all well loved on the other side, so don't worry about it. They're always giving you a lot of energy and a lot of thoughts. And, so whenever you think of somebody out of the blue, that's just them talking to you. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Yeah, Cynthia. So thanks for coming tonight. So Linda de Love. Oh my God, I can't write today. So 11:50, 55. Okay. So what's happening to you generally? Okay. So over the next little while, there's going to be certainly you working hard for money, or if you're working, obviously you're going to be working hard. But if there's concern about your job or whatnot, it doesn't show that there's going to be a change in that, or perhaps maybe a shift somewhere. But it doesn't seem to show like a spread between the two jobs. But I also see a message from a female that's behind you saying that you need to look at your eating habits better. And just for once, she says, you can be selfish for yourself. You don't have to spend money on other people to like you. Spend money on yourself to like yourself. And it's more about you sitting down and realizing that as a strong healer, to heal people, you also have to be able to heal yourself. So once you learn that you're happy and healing yourself, then you can go out and heal other people. And you'll get more people that are supposed to be with you attracted to you. Again, I'm seeing probably in the child or near future, I see a child. I see you holding on to a child. And certainly, being a very good mother, but perhaps she says a little bit too much. So she says, take time for yourself and breathe. As the last card shows, like focus on yourself, make sure you can breathe, make sure that you can heal yourself. And once you do that, then you'll find that happiness that people are looking for. Anyway, so that's all I have for Linda. Thank you for coming, and thank you for asking. So somebody from my YouTube. So let's go, Tony Ray. Oh, 1456. Okay, so message. Okay, so there are two people standing behind you from what I can see. Certainly one is maternal to you and very connected. So I'm not sure this is your mother or grandmother, but one thing I get the feeling is that this is a grandmother, because I don't get that huge motherly feeling. And she just wants you to know that she's doing good, and that she heard you say goodbye. I'm also feeling there's a male that's around you as well. I don't know if this is a brother or somebody that's passed. It feels like they're around your same age. Um, I'm just letting you know that, yes, people are around you. So even though that they say that you're wondering whether there's things happening around you, or perhaps, people are lost. There's another lady there, so I don't know if you have a wife that's passed, but spirits are coming in. Anyway, so the first thing she wants you to know is that when you think of whether spirits are there, they are there. They're always around you. This female's with you 24/7. So you may see things moving. Your grandfather or males usually drop coins or leave drawers open. That's kind of like their shtick with me, anyways. But they also want you to know that you're very well protected. Moving forward, they said that you're going to move forward and have a bit of issues with your health, not anything major, but it'll all be taken care of as long as you take care of yourself. So don't procrastinate. There's something about them showing that your feet are starting to swell, which means that you may have circulation issues. I don't know who this guy is. I mean, I see him in a wheelchair before he passed. So I'm just gonna leave that with you because these two are about the only ones I'm able to talk to. So the message to you is that there's a lot of spirits in you, and that you're being told, or you're being talked to allow you to figure out which way you want to go and which way you should go, but they won't demand it. They just tell you. It's like having a shower and having an argument in your head because somebody's talking to you and you don't realize that there is. That's how we get our ha-ha moments, is because spirits talk to us. So the male says he's very proud of you, and keep going strong, and they'll see you around the house or apartment, whichever one you are. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. I hope it helps in some way. Anyway, so thanks, Tony, for attending tonight. Okay. Who to house? Oh my God, my writing is terrible. So, 1845. Okay, so from your husband, he's being a little picky right now. He's saying he doesn't like the way things are arranged in the living room. There are certain things, I don't know if he's mentioning flowers or something that's been placed in there that he doesn't like. And again, when they say things like that, that they're just joking around and they actually don't care. But it's enough to get your attention and want you to know that they still care about enough to complain to you. That's how males are. If we like you, we complain. But again, as he always says, he's always standing there with you, with his arm on your shoulder and letting you know that you're well protected and that he hasn't left you yet. He's just saying that over the next little while, you're going to find or fight some health issues, nothing major, but he says that as you go through them, he says, just know that he's going to be there and giving you a lot of energy and so forth, and be able to, like I said, this is just maybe a hurt ankle or, hurt yourself in some way. This is not like cancer or anything. It's just them saying you're going to have to, relax and heal before you can go out and take care of stuff by yourself. But he just wants you to know that he loves you very much, and that whatever happens, he'll always be there. So, I don't know why he's mentioning a hat. I don't know if you have a hat of his or not, but he's just like Anyway, I just see him putting a hat and walking away with a big smile. So anyway, so that's all I have for you. Thank you, Rhoda, for asking for a read and coming tonight. See, Patricia Carey. Mm-hmm. 2112. Okay, so let's go to my cards. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting, or like a message for you, anyways, from your spirit guide is beware of overspending over the next little while. If you have a partner with that, make sure that stop the the throwing out for Tim's or Dunkin' Donuts or wherever you are. But it's kind of like a feeling of you guys are going to need to save money for something. So you may sit down and decide, hey, we want to go on the trip, and then you have to save money, but it's going to be an adjustment in how you guys spend on a daily basis. Just simply because you guys will be more aware of what you want to save for, what you need money for. And most things spiritually for you, you're going to grow a lot. And you're going to kind of take time to be by yourself and identify the issues that you're having. There's certainly some things that you're not happy with that you're going to have to take time to figure out, how to deal with that, or if you want to deal with it. So it's just all about finding that space for you to think. But in the end, in about 2 to 3 years, I see you being happy and making sure that the stuff that you want is happening and just, helping other people, but also helping yourself in the sense of you're not going to spend all the time on other people. You're going to realize you need time yourself as well. Because I see new money coming in as well. So I don't know if this is a business or something, but I do see, like a cashier drawer opening and you taking money out and whatnot, and that's for yourself. But that doesn't mean it's a business. It just means that you'll have more money or more access to money. So give it a bit of time, and I think you'll see that the money flow and the happiness will flow a lot smoothly for you in the next little while. Anyway, thanks, Patricia, for coming, and take care. So Cindy Woodrow. So there's an older gentleman around you. He's a bit grumpy. He's got a big stomach. So, a bit on the heavy, I guess, throughout life. Kind of hearing the type of thing. But anyway, so you have a few spirits following you and helping you in that position or direction. So when it comes to job wise, again, you're going to be a conflict at work. I think maybe that you may be getting another job or moving out of where you are. Not necessarily that you're going to lose your job, but you just may decide, I'm tired of this and I want to move or do something else. And I just kind of see that conflict around you at work and whatnot. And sometimes, moves are good to make us happier, or to, realize that where we were was not good for us, even though we thought it was. But I'm also seeing Again, with the money, and I think it's starting to become the same for everybody now, is that again, you're going to have to kind of save the money. Um, and I see things being packed up, and I don't know if that's you guys moving or that's somebody, or that uh, you're making space for somebody, but I see a bunch of boxes being packed up from where you live. Um, and it's just more of a frustration thing for you. Um, I'm just being told right now that there are some people around you that don't really help you, and that's where you kind of have to step back and say, if you're not going to help me, then why are you here? Um, so anyway, that's over the next little while. Then there's that happy space that comes in once you do these changes. Health wise, so this man is kind of sitting there and kind of looking at you and saying, um, if you spend time to heal yourself, then you'll find that um, your health will be good. It's just a matter, like I said, of you spending time and help in healing yourself. He does say, that the little stuff you're going to go through over the next little while is going to be a little minor stuff, but health wise, he says you're going to be around for a while. Don't worry too much about that. Just, I guess, do what doctors tell you to do, I guess. Anyway, I hope that helped you, Cindy. Thanks for coming tonight. Dum, dum, dum. Well, Mary, you're seeing faces you don't know simply because they're training you to be basically a medium, and you're going to be seeing people that you don't know just because you're opening up. And there's a lot of spirits out there that will interact with you, or family members that you really don't know who they are. So yes, you are going to see faces that you don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so so mana. Your name is giving me. I love different names, but spelling them sometimes is hard with my mind, my damaged mind. Okay, so we're at 29, 27. Okay, so I have an older gentleman sitting beside you. Definitely, yes, somebody from geez, what's world? Europe. So the thing I'm kind of feeling with him is that he says there's going to be time for you to learn a lot more things you want to do. There's so many things he says you put on hold just because of a relationship, and this relationship is moving on. So enjoy life, go out, and he says there's a new person coming that they're working hard on. He also wants to let you know he deals or talks to your child all the time, because your child's highly psychic. So he says, don't worry about it. Things are happening in a way that they're supposed to go. You are going to achieve the things you want to achieve, but just spend the time to achieve them. If you wait on other people to achieve these things, you never will. So take the time to do what you need to do, enjoy life, and learn the new things you're supposed to learn. Once you take your mind off of things, then those that you're waiting for will become true. If we focus too much on one thing, then that never happens because we don't see the other things that we are supposed to see. Maybe you understand this, but all he says is wash potatoes before you eat them, otherwise you have other people's dirt in your mouth. Leave that up to you. Anyway, so thanks for coming. So thank you, Joanna. Okay, so just let you know that we do have a website, whisperingsouls.ca. If you go there, you can see the type of things we offer. If you're interested in a bigger read, we do have reads all the way from a 3-card read, which is you ask us 3 questions and we send you the answers back. And we do have a sale starting now or today to the end of the month for $5 off all our reads. So reads range from $25 to $85. There's enough in there to help anybody budget wise. Plus we have our money back guarantee. So I guess we'll move on after the ad is done. Thank you, Carmen. Sorry to hear that, Sue, but let's see if I can get a hold of them. Sue. Sometimes, though, it does take a bit of time for them to come back, so I can't guarantee that I can contact him, but I'll give it a good try, and maybe if I can't, then maybe a month or so down the road, maybe I can. Anyway. Jens? Okay. So the first thing I'm kind of hearing is I'm hearing a message from I guess an older lady, an aunt or grandmother, I'm not sure. And the message is that this person passed over without any pain. And they took away the pain before they took him. And she also wants you to know that he did hear everybody say goodbye, even those that I think she feels maybe angry at him or upset with him. But she says he's in a good place. I'm not sure if I can get a hold of him, and I think that's why she's talking. I don't know why they're showing me him limping. For whatever that means, maybe they're not telling me. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of a message through her from him that's just kind of saying, just tell everybody that I'm doing fine, that I'm coming back to see everybody soon. And he says, you already know he's talking to you because you suddenly think of him. But it's like he said he's going to help with the grieving. He's going to help everybody feel better. But right now he's dealing with, it just seems to be very emotional at this point in time, which means that he's doesn't want to come and see people when he's in that kind of emotional state, because then you feel it and you get upset that he's upset. Anyway, he says, don't worry about it. I'm doing good. All's good. I don't know why I see him limping, but I don't know if that's how he passed or something to do with his leg. But anyway, so and he just wants everybody to know that he's sorry that he left so soon. He left too much behind. But he'll still be around. You know, you may not see him, but you'll certainly feel him and you'll smell him. So anyway, so that's all he has to really say. At least that's what I'm getting from him. So this lady, who's probably grandmother, says, don't worry, he's well taken care of. Anyway, so that's all I have for you, Sue. I hope that helps you in some way. Thank you for coming. Jan is right. I don't think that that's a bad omen. I would probably suggest that you have a cat in the neighborhood that's poaching on animals or whatnot. I mean, that's what my cat does. I mean, she every once in a while brings back dead animals and birds and squirrels and chipmunks. I would probably suggest that you have an animal in the room that's probably eating or hunting these animals. So no, so I'm asking my spirit guide. He says that's just a natural thing. So hopefully that'll ease you a bit. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for popping in. And so, okay, so Ashley Miller. $39.33. Oh yeah, so from your grandmother. So the first thing I'm kind of hearing is that, first of all, she just wants she heard you say goodbye, and that she is not leaving you. She'll always be with you because there was always that strong connection. And she always says that the two of you are from a past life. So when you come back again, then you'll be with her. So there's a continuation of the connection between the two of you. Oh, sometimes I talk so long I don't breathe. So she also says you're going to go through a phase of learning new things. So there's some things that are going to come up that you're going to take lessons on, and things that you're going to move forward. It's almost like a feeling that you're going to grow. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize or want to do things you've always wanted to do, and you're going to say, "Yeah, I'm going to start doing this." And not like you're going to throw everything away and start doing that. It's probably more of you saying, I'm going to take a little bit of time with this, a little bit of time there. You're a very strong psychic. You can do a lot of psychic work, so you may feel that you want to use that, or build perhaps even your healing abilities. But it's more of a little time coming up that you're going to be focusing on stuff that's going to help you help other people. But she says that's a time that you're also going to need to not help people so you can help yourself to do this helping. Anyway, she's kind of laughing because, she just kind of sees you being frustrated because of people and the fast speed of things that sometimes you're facing. But she says, sometimes just sitting down without putting your feet up helps you gain energy, gain connection to earth-wise. Because if you put your feet up, then you just want to sleep. Keep them down, and then you're not going to want to sleep, and then you'll be able to get things done. But she also knows you have a picture of her in the house or where you're living. So if they ever want to talk to her, just ask her a question. She'll answer you. Just be open to hear the answer. Anyway, so thank you, Ashley, for coming today. Hopefully that helps you in some way. Dum. Okay. Well, let's try. So proving. Yeah, let's go. What is it? 4254. Yeah, so your son. So the first connection I have is through your spirit guide, who has connected to, I guess, a grandfather who's letting you know that he's the one that's kind of leaving coins around, and he's also saying that your son is kind of like moving things, or you might find things open a bit. There's a sense that your son is really trying to connect to you. I don't know how old he was, but I just feel that he's speaking to you a lot, and it's like you try to confuse whether it's him or somebody else or even you. Like I always say, if you suddenly think of somebody who's passed, that's because they're talking to you. So your son is saying that, he did come in. He's doing very well. Like I mentioned from the other man, he says that he's been trying to talk to you for the last little while. And he says it's more about you not expecting him to talk in his voice or see him. It's more about you listening to your voice, because that's where he's at. So he's always he's playing a lot of jokes on you. Like I said, you might find things being moved. He also likes pulling on your shirt. So I don't know if you feel your shirt being moved or pulled in some way, but he just wants you to know that he's always there. He also says he's with somebody that was supposed to be born. So it's like a sibling to him. Okay, that he says that was my twin. So he's having a lot of good times. I just want to say, thank you for helping him at the end. I don't know what he passed of, but I just see a hand on his, as he passes. But all in all, he's just, sorry, it's a 5-minute read, so I'm trying to rush him. He doesn't want to be rushed. He says you see him in your dreams simply because he's one of those that takes you out of your body at night, and he likes to take trips with you. Um, keeps telling me not to rush him. Um, I don't know why he says it, but he says a piece of him is in your where you live, um, and it makes you think of him. Um, yeah, he just feels that he's very sad when he passed. So I'm not sure what he passed of, but he just gives me this feeling that he was very sad, or perhaps he didn't have control of how he passed. But he just feels very sad, and he just really wants to be able to talk to you and hold you, hold your hand again, but he can't. But he can talk to you. Um, so you won't be able to feel him physically, but you'll hear them in your mind. You know, things that people may say, things that he always said, and you go, "Oh, that's how my son used to say it." Well, that's probably because he's talking through that person to get you a message. So if you kind of listen to things going around or notice little things, you'll notice that he is giving you a message and just to let you know he's doing good. And he'll meet you when you pass. Um, yeah, I'll just leave it there because not here and it's only a 5-minute read. So all I see is that he's mentioning something about having to have slippers, but slippers are missing. So I'm just going to leave it there and move on. Anyway, um, thank you for coming tonight, and I hope that helps you in some way. And take care. Okay, so where are we? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Julie Roulette. Already doing? I knew somebody with that last name like that. Where I used to work. 48. 59. Excuse me. Jeez. Yeah, so love a message. I don't know where you live because I'm seeing like a very rural area. Because I'm seeing you walking, and there's trees and whatnot. I always see a dog with you. I'm not sure that's where you are now, or perhaps where you want to be, because I just get the message that is where you're headed. Um, I'm also being told that work-wise that you're going to be re-educated, or you're going to be moving or doing a project in that kind of sense. So work-wise, I think you may be learning new things, or moving to a new position or a new job. It's almost like a training thing. Um, and what I'm also told is that there's a strong connection to you and the forest. Um, and they call these forest angels, which basically means that there's a connection to you in the forest in the sense of what you did in past lives and whatnot. Um, And through that, you're going to, your own spirituality, you're going to feel like you need to help other people, but you don't. It's almost like, if you might be frustrated with people around you, but don't worry, because you don't have to help people. You just help yourself, and move towards the point where you can be happy. You can't help other people unless you're happy, or until you're healed. Health-wise, I keep getting feeling that, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if you're diabetic or not, but there's just feels that there's kind of a warning about that, because I see, your fingers being pricked, with needles and whatnot. So this might be just a slight warning to you. Be careful what you're eating and whatnot. Though I do see you also going through some medical exams in that way as well, but I don't see anything major coming out of it. I just think you're going to go through a period where people or some doctors would be trying to investigate. So you may be going through a whole series of, exams and blood tests and all that kind of stuff that we all go through. But the message from this lady is basically saying, somebody connected to your mother, or perhaps your mother. But anyway, so she's basically saying, don't worry much. Everything will move the way it's supposed to, and you're not going to have that huge problem. Just annoying problems, and you'll last a long time. So just be prepared to be annoyed, but little things for a little while. Yeah, so that's all I have from you. I guess I don't know who she is because it's a quick read. So in some way, I hope that helps. And thank you for coming today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I know that I'm going to mess up your name, and I apologize. It's Provinces. I can't say the last name. I apologize. Anyway. I don't know if that's French or Swedish. Like I said, I love names, and names that I'm not, I love foreign names. I just can't say them. Anyway, please a card. Okay, so let's see what we're getting here. So the first thing I'm kind of getting from your spirit guide is a female, and she, coming through you in a spiritual way to let you know that she says there is a goal for you in this life, and she says part of the goal is to be happy, and once you're happy, then you'll be able to make other people happy, and that's the goal in your life. Certainly to help other people. But she says the main thing is to make yourself happy and making other people happy, but that's your goal. Nothing more complicated, nothing integrated, or something very complicated. She says that over the next little while that you're going to be meeting a few people. I don't know if this is for work or something, but it's kind of like a meeting of a group to start things or to create new stuff. So I don't know if this is a new business, a new venture. Maybe it's at work that you're going to meet together and do a project, but the project is going to be a very satisfying project. So the other thing I see on here is I don't know if you're married, but I also see a wedding ring on your hand. But I also noticed with after a while that the stone is no longer there. So I don't know if that falls off or you lost it or whatever. But it's just kind of saying that. So in other words, just keep if you have one, just make sure you take care of that ring or get it fixed or something. So I also see you spending more time outdoors. I see you, I don't know why, but I see you like jogging with another guy. And again, staying away from the negativity of the house, identifying negative people, getting rid of them. And I see you taking care of a child, but it seems like the child is okay. There's just you spending time with them. Anyway, so that's what I kind of see for you. Again, the child is about 6 years old and boy. So it's more about you getting rid of people around you, negativity, and just saying, what, I need to be happy. And once I'm happy, then everybody else can be happy. And then I can help people because I'm happy. And once I'm happy, I have the energy to help people. It's a big circle. Anyway, I hope that made some kind of sense to you. Nice meeting you, and thank you for coming tonight. Where are you? Okay. Thanks everybody for coming. So hopefully I'll be back next week. Well, should be back next week, and you may see me pop up other times during the week, just on other places. So again, thank you for coming, and I hope to help somebody tonight. Take care, everyone.